Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from Kansas City. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do. Possession, the quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. A beautiful fake. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running down.
Touchdown! Jody Thornton from 21 yards away. And the Chiefs put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. To the air, Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. On first down, Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. That one, a first down pickup of 8. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Holding, offense.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here again is McKinnon. Dances by at the 20. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Now Mahomes. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Throwing now is Mahomes. Eluding the and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Leonard Floyd drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here's Hardy set to return. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you can almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He just holds the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. To throw, it's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3-and-out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Chiefs offense set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 31, Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Mahomes throwing complete to Valdez-Scantling. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 46 yards on the play.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Mahomes now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They go play fake. Mahomes. Forced out to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This one from 35 yards away. Butker's kick here is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So no problems at all on that one, and you know there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Allen now on 1st down. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Hines. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see an in route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Bills. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out come the Bills now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure they're friends from the defensive side of the ball.
He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 32 that time.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the 3rd quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Allen. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Allen going to keep it again. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. But plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen dancing to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Allen. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. The kick by Bass is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. And let's get the ball back for us.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quickly to Kelsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 39. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35 on second down, Mahomes. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We're back now in KC. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. A second fake, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs will add to their fourth quarter lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Bills ready to take over. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Throwing on first down is Allen. He'll check this down to Hines. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Allen gonna throw. Buying time to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
One final try here for Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So a risky move that does not pay off. And, Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective, they had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended. And they took the ball away and gave it to their offense in a great situation. But when you look at this thing in total, when you start taking chances like that, you know what that means? You have to take more chances later, right? When you don't convert, that just means you got to double down on it. So we can see this thing pile up as we go on.
Three yards remain for 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Escaping. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. To the air, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
They gave up the completion completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen. He'll find Gabriel Davis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catches, hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Touchdown, Bills. Gabriel Davis, 52 yards. And the Bills are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it 24-13. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. And now here comes Kansas City. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Now Mahomes. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.